real talk, just rap pack. Besides that, nobody I trust.
Back again like I never left. Young Sinatra, that's to the death. We turned up till we go deaf.
Right guys, welcome to today's video. It's going to be a braking test video. As you've seen in the title, what I'm going to do, I've got my own private road in MK2, where what we're going to do is we're going to set up basically a border. So we're going to draw a line along here somewhere, and that's going to be the brake check marker. It's a private road, so luckily there's not going to be any cars on it. Maybe 20, 40, 60, that's what we'll do. We'll do 20 mile an hour, see how far I go, 40 mile an hour. Yeah, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna do 20 mile an hour, stopping distance, chalk it, see, and then measure how far it is. 40, chalk it, 60, chalk it. And basically we're gonna measure the stopping distance of my car and see basically how far it takes the current brakes on my car, which are 312 mil front brakes and I think like 2 something at the back. No one really cares. But basically, yeah, we're going to do a brake test to see the current brakes, which are 312 mil, how far it takes to stop from 20, 40 and 60. And then when I get the upgraded brakes, we're going to redo the brake test to see what the difference is, to see if it's worth buying upgraded brakes. Let's get into it. Well, that was faster than I thought. That was 20 mile an hour to 0. Should we do it from the front bumper?
Yeah.
Just like 5. So that is 20 mile an hour. I'll do it again, just to double check. We'll do it twice, thank you.
Car coming, car coming.
So, we've done 2 brake tests at 20. One was there and one was there. So for a happy medium, we're going to go in the middle. So now I'm going to write 312 for 312 mil discs, because I think that's what they are. Now what I'm going to do is get the measure app and measure from this line to the medium of these 2 brake tests, which is this one, and see how far it is. Right, this line there is exactly 2.77 meters. Boom. So look, if I walk over here, 2.77 meters. Right, noted. Screenshot, just so I remember to include it. So, first brake test at 20 mile an hour with 312 mil discs is 2.77 meters. 277 centimeters. And then whatever that is in feet. Right, so now I'm going to do 40, which means I'm going to need a lot bigger run up. So if that took 20, if that was at 20, I think you've got to triple it. If it's double the speed, you have to triple the braking distance or something. So expect to be like roughly where my car is now, I guess.
Will your car start braking faster or slower when it's hotter?
Normally brake fades away. It depends on the type of pads. Specific pads get better as they get hotter and others get worse. Mine are Brembo pads, but they're not specific to anything, so they just are what they are. Right, so that means in the middle is there. So this is 312 mil. Brakes at 40 mile an hour. Now I need to measure them, please, phone, thank you, there you go. Right, now I need to measure them. Make sure no one steals my car. not that anyone's going to be, it's a private road.
Not like anyone would want to.
I need it. Move the phone to start. I am moving the phone to start. Continue to move phone. What do you think I'm doing? It's just not working.
Turn it off and back on again.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll just close the app. Suck a shit piece of crap, pissing me off. So here is exactly 10.85 meters.
Why are they all so nice?
Yeah, everyone's well nice around here. Everyone keeps thinking I've broken down. Did you see my car and think, oh, he's broken down. With 312mm brakes, which is the Seattle FR brakes, which I think all the uprated diesels have, it takes 2.77 meters to stop from 20, and it takes 10.85 meters to stop at 40. Now we're going to find out how far it takes to stop at 60. All right, let's go. Probably cooking my brakes at this rate.
Hi.
So that's 60. Of course, well, a lot further, isn't it? How'd you do 60 again? Oh, yeah. I actually fully forgot. 60, right. Second take, let's do this. $312mm. Here we go. I've lost it. Oh no, I've got it back. Right, so now let's walk back down the line to get the middle of it so it tells me how far it is. 26 meters and 58 centimeters. So that's quite good. It has just started spitting. Didn't scare me. Maybe because I saw him coming. I can't remember what the highway code is. I think the highway code says that if you brake from 70 mile an hour, it should take you something like 100 meters to stop. Something like that.
Put it up on the
I'll
screen.
put it up on the screen, yeah. It's something ridiculous. Like the only reason we go 70 mile an hour on a motorway in England or in the United Kingdom, or most motorways, is because of the braking distance it takes for certain cars to do it. Yeah, if I'm braking from 60 to 0 in what, 26 meters? That's like half that distance, or a quarter of that distance potentially, or a fifth of that distance potentially, which is crazy. But yeah, so it took from 20 mile an hour to dead stop. It took an average, depending on, you know, my actual reactions and the car stopping, 2.77 meters, which compared to maybe other cars I'll put on the screen that if I find other stats, I think that's pretty damn good. Like, I mean, that's like, it stopped within its own length. Like, I started braking, and by the time I'd finished, it's already stopped, which is crazy. So like, you can tell, like, that's probably why like housing estates and stuff like that have a 20 mile an hour speed limit, because if someone runs out in front of you, you can literally stop within your own distance in car, which is crazy. Then you get to the 40 mile an hour. I was gonna say 40 meters. 40 mile an hour, which took me 10.85 meters, and pretty consistent again. Yeah, it's not that much distance. It's probably what, 3 car lengths, maybe not even that, maybe 2.5, which is good. Yeah, again, I don't know statistically how good it is, but I'll put some stats on the screen if I can find some about maybe newer cars and other cars that they're, you know, can show their braking distances to give you a rough idea. But the whole point of this video is when I get my 356mm brakes on, I'll do this exact same thing again, and we'll see how much sooner you stop by putting on bigger brakes. And it might be a case of the more obviously they're getting hot, and you know, after, you know, 2 runs, they're getting hotter, they might be braking better. So it might be that although the first two with the bigger brakes are similar, it might be because they're both warmed up by the third, or technically the fifth lot of braking, because it's 2 and 2, that they work that much better by being that much bigger, and you have that much more surface area. But that is what we will obviously come to see. But yeah, we'll walk across to the 60 now. Yeah, which, yeah, again, I was pretty consistent with. And that is, you know, it's a reasonable distance, but to stop from 60 mile an hour to dead stop within, like, I'd guess about, well, I mean, we could do the maths, because we work out how long my car is and then divide it by the distance, and then we'll figure out how many car lengths it is. But I'm going to guess roughly 5 car lengths. Compared to these other stats that I'm going to put on the screen now. Hi guys, I'm just editing this back, and I'm doing some research as I'll flip the camera around and show you. But according to this, my car is the best braking car in the world, which clearly isn't right. So the measuring app clearly doesn't work accurately over distance. I still believe the 2.77 and the 10.85 are probably pretty accurate, but the 27 meter one clearly isn't accurate, because I'm looking at the stats right now, and a Porsche 911 GT3's braking distance is 30.7 centimeters, which is clearly clearly longer than mine apparently. Clearly my car has got better brakes than the Porsche 911 GT3, which doesn't seem quite right. So I'm going to sort of basically invalid that. We'll figure out a better way of doing it, as that's all we had at the time was this app, but it's clearly not right. So sort of ignore what I'm saying regarding my 27 metre braking distance, because I'm looking at Corvettes, Ferrari 430 Scuderias, Lamborghini Gallardos, and they all have a braking distance of 32 metres. So clearly my car probably didn't stop in 27 metres. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one, which hopefully should be installing my big brakes, and if not, testing them to see how good they are compared to my current brakes.